in this battle we have Blademaster commanding the Sassanids against the Western Romans of Obelix. It was the reverse in the previous battle. So for Blademaster we have Persian Brigade, Daylamites, a mix of 4 Persian Brigade I believe, and 2 Daylamites. Then he has 4 Armenian Slingers, he has 2 Shaeden Immortals, great multi-purpose cavalry. And then he has Gripenvar, Prestigban, no Savar and Sardar this time. The Spabed, good choice for the general with a 50 melee damage. Very tanky. And then he also has some Persian bow support on the flanks there. So the Western Romans, they have 4 Funditores, they have Sculae Palatinae, they have Cataphractori, 2 Elite Palatina on each flank to support the cavalry. In the center are Armigeri Defensores, 4 of those. And once again, I don't really see what the Roman army is going to do here. There's no way that they can just engage and win. They have to outplay. They have to outplay the Sassanids. The Sassanids have superior mobility, they have superior range, they have superior cavalry. And outplaying a player that has superior skirmish and cavalry is very, very difficult in Attila. You kind of have to, you can't stand and trade at the range. Shots are just wasted against the Armenian Slingers because of the armor and the shields. So the Funditores are kind of useless in that regard, unless the Armenian Slingers decide to waste their ammo on the Funditores. That's the best case scenario. But since the Armenian Slingers have longer range, what they can do is they can fire at the cavalry behind the Funditores, and if they do that, the cavalry is going to drop very, very quickly. And one-on-one, the Roman cavalry gets smashed, so the Roman cavalry needs its infantry support for this to work for the Romans here. Problem is though that the Romans risk taking so much damage on their cavalry from the Armenians. Like here, the Cataphractori being focused on by the Armenians, now they are switching targets. And being in diamond formation here is going to be super dangerous when up against Armenian Slingers. Because look at how slow this unit is. Is it walking? I mean, it looks like it's walking. No, it's not walking, it's charging now. So diamond, the Prestigbans sort of disappear behind the unit there. Same thing over here. Which makes the Palatina do a bit better, but still a problem. And this is probably the best the Funditores could do against Armenians, to shut them up for a while. Charge into them. Nordic band would be ideal for this because they are so cheap and have precursors. And there you can see the Scolae are just disappearing under the assault of Daylamites and the Prestigbans. No chance. Already the Gripenvar are into these units of Elite Palatina. They're going to be off the field. These guys haven't even been used yet, and they are very... Oh, they're Persian mounted bows. They are not Shaeden Immortals, so Persian mounted bows. Still a cavalry unit. Any cavalry unit counts. I prefer Shaeden Immortals myself. The Cataphractori taking a lot of flaming ammo here, both from the Persian bows and the Persian mounted, so... That unit is off the field, this unit is off the field. The Romans just can't hang with the Sassanids at range or in terms of cavalry. And here we have Magister Militum Gold fighting against the Spabed. He gets some help here from a depleted Scolae, but there's also Daylamite support here, so the Spabed pulls out and the cavalry is left fighting the Daylamites. 2 Elite Palatina destroyed by a single Prestigban. And the Prestigban goes on to take care of the Funditores as well. So this is not looking good for the Romans whatsoever. And it's kind of, well, what can the Romans do against the Sassanids? They can rush, I guess that's what they can do, but still rushing against skirmish superiority and mobility superiority is likely to not end too well. The Roman cavalry, Cataphractori, gets surrounded by pajama-wearing Persian brigade and Daylamites. So now you have the Roman infantry left, and the Roman... I don't know why the Roman infantry isn't supporting here, but it wouldn't matter too much because they would just get charged into oblivion by cavalry anyway. The Magister Militum's still alive, but he's taking Armenian slinger fire, and that's going to damage even him with his 57 armor. Even though the ammo is only 50, the missile damage, some damage is going to get through on the Magister Militum. And since the rate of fire is so high, it's going to take some men off that unit, even though it's only base damage, no armor piercing. And here come the Prestigbans again, smashing in, destroying their... Is this the 5th unit they're destroying or something like that? The kills just increasing rapidly, and the Magister Militum getting destroyed as well. So a complete dismantling of the Western Roman Empire here by the Sassanids.
The enemy are losing their advantage.
The Roman infantry can just stand there and take it while the rest of their army dies. Now the Roman general is dead, and it's really only a matter of time. Magister Militum routing off the field soon. Then we should see a Roman chain rout. So yeah, the Sassanids, decisive victory. You don't see that very often, but a complete dismantling. Some of the Daylamites did well. The Armenians killed a lot of cavalry, but some of these Prestigbans just wreck the Romans. And a single cavalry unit breaks 100 kills for the Western Romans, and that is a testament to how outclassed they were. So the first battle, Obelix wins that with the Sassanids against the Blademasters, Western Romans, and the second battle, Blademaster wins against the Western Romans of Obelix. They have one more battle to fight, which I'm going to upload as well. But let's just take a look at the Western Romans and what they potentially can do against the now fairly dangerous Sassanids. So the rules are going to be max 4 of the same unit, max 6 melee cavalry. And I would probably try something like this against the Sassanids if I was the Western Romans. Let's see here. Legio Comitatenses, nope. Legio, let's just looking for Armigeri is a decent choice. So yeah, I'll probably go for Armigeri. Protectores, Legio 53 armor, Protectores 60 armor. So I'll probably go for some Protectores as well. And some Legio, because of the precursors. This is starting to look like something I would consider bringing against the Sassanids now, given the current state of the game. And now I have 900 left to spend on something, and those 900 I might bring Ravenna Elite Ballistari or Elite Ballistari, and then give these Equites some upgrades, give the infantry some upgrades, and that's about it really. And then I would try to just rush the shit out of the Sassanids with multiple lines of infantry, just try to tie down the cavalry units with my own cavalry, and keep the Elite Ballistari in reserve for general sniping and stuff. Now, not sure that this would work at all, but this would allow you to pursue the Sassanids in multiple directions, try to stop the cavalry at least, and be very, very close with the infantry support. And the only units in this army vulnerable to Armenian slingers would be the cavalry units, and you would just have to push so fast with the infantry that the cavalry wouldn't get hit by Armenians, but because I don't see what Funditores are going to do. Their best thing they can do is just rush into the Armenians, and they're going to be defeated that way. So I think having cheap infantry would be a better choice there to rush the Sassanids. And you could also potentially bring some go a bit cheaper on some of the infantry, and then you could bring some Elite Palatina instead, have some additional funds available for a funditore should you want to have something to fire at cavalry with. But the Armenians are just going to slaughter anything, really, that you put on the field that is a missile unit. So something in the neighborhood of this would be something I would consider, I think, against the Sassanids now. Just try to rush the hell out of the Sassanids. Don't give them time to use their Armenian slingers, because the Armenian slingers are expensive, and always have the infantry support to follow directly behind the cavalry charge, because the cavalry is going to lose. And with this amount of infantry, you can potentially chase away the skirmishers, you can join the cavalry fights, and you can hold down the infantry of the Sassanids so they are not able to get to you. Strength and honor.